It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it.
All right, if you've been... How do I want to start this today? You know, everyone has those moments in their life that just change everything. And you're a completely different person after it happens. Most of the time, people talk about it was the birth of their child. Or when I saw this band for the first time, then I wanted to shred on the guitar. Some of them can be bad, like some accident they had just changed everything in their life. One of those defining moments in my life are when me and my friend Brad were sitting on the couch watching Comedy Central, and there was a story involving farting on Jessica Simpson. How is this a defining moment in my life? Let me just a sec. I will tell you while I try and clean this disaster of a room I have going on.
We were just sitting in the living room and just watching some comedy.
You gotta do what makes a better story. I'll be faced with a decision where I say to myself, I should not do this. But I can think of about 8 people I'm gonna call as soon as I do.
And the guy was talking about being in a room with Jessica Simpson, and he had to fart, and he didn't know whether he wanted to hold it or let it out. He decided he had to let it out because if he farted on Jessica Simpson, it'd be a much better story.
Like, for real, I just keep collecting. Like, did I really need to buy this?
Well, it is pretty cool.
It's kind of fitting because we're talking about Jessica Simpson farts, right? Get it? Get this guy, like this Comedy Central stand-up special. When we didn't know what to do, we just always said, what makes the better story? Our life became much more interesting because of it. Anyone else just have a cubby full of masks?
I hated life because I wasn't making any money, and I just couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. Randomly met a guy in a Starbucks in a Safeway who did video production work, hired me to go up to Alaska and film a bear hunt. That was kind of the very beginning of me deciding that I was just going to start saying yes to all the good, like the crazy opportunities. And going to Kodiak was definitely the first one. It was absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. For me, it's led me to like not get a real job after grad school, a real job, and go do pole vault for a bunch of years. And that's taken me all over the world.
So for me, being a photographer and in the kind of the hunting space, I've been in New Zealand. I just got back from South America. I've been to British Columbia twice.
Let me hang out with other elite pole vaulters and help me meet you. And the YouTube channel started because what makes a better story? Well, making a YouTube channel would. So now we have a YouTube channel.
Last year I was in 36 of the 50 states, and then this year in the first 6 weeks of 2016 I was in 25 states.
Definitely made the decision of what I'm going to do in my life and how I'm going to live.
I mean, we're talking about big things here, but at the same time, all our little decisions, when I was with Brad or Sam or my really close friends, were the same way. You want to go to the Renaissance Festival? Yes. Do you want to go to the Renaissance Festival dressed like ninjas? I don't know. Well, what makes a better story? The skydiving stuff or launching a kite off a boat. All these things are like, what makes a better story? What's the hardest part about doing it that way? Or what was hard at first?
How do you know you're making the right decision?
Growing up in the Midwest, especially North and South Dakota, you're kind of raised to fit in this box, right? So, you go to school, you go to college, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, and that's just kind of like, it's laid out for you in a way, but not, nobody says that, but that's pretty much what everybody expects.
So you never really know if this path is better than that path, but, it's just, people don't remember where you were, they remember how you got there.
I left everything that I kind of was comfortable with, sales position, in Montana, good spot, good job, and then just decided to go to Kodiak and film the Coast Guard guys doing their thing for a few months. So, but since then, that was kind of the start of it, and then since then, the more you say yes, the more people you meet, and then the more opportunities show up, and then it just snowballs.
Because I lived in LA for 6 months at the time, and all my friends back home kept asking me have you met anybody famous? And now I had. What was I going to say? Yeah, she wasn't very nice. That's a boring story. So Yeah, that's right.
Was it scary right off the bat deciding to do that?
Yeah.
How would you help somebody along and make taking the road less traveled? Because it can be kind of scary, right?
Yeah, you know, just tell them the stories. You know, show them the experiences that you have.
But yeah, so the scariest thing was basically leaving everything that I knew behind and just be like, all right, I'm just going to go off and do this thing, you know, and see what happens, you know, and knowing full well that one month I could make $0 and then the next month be, you know, swimming in it. So,
And it can be super scary at times, and it can be, actually it's scary a lot of the times because it's very unpredictable. You just say yes to life more. You just take chances. And really they're not chances because you have a pretty good feeling it's going to make a better story, which is that's what you want out of life, and it works. I've come to love the unpredictability.
overcoming that fear is you start to realize that the opportunity for a steady job will always be there. So, like, what's there to be scared of? If you go out and fall flat on your face, you know, chasing after something you really want to do, you can always just go get a job and make money. You know, you'll probably hate it, but at least you know, at least you know you can do that. Luckily, the photography thing for me has worked out.
3 years ago, I farted on Jessica Simpson. See, you're already interested.
I've been sitting on this footage for a while, and I wanted to tell this, and 9 times out of 10, I hate every single vlog I ever make, and I never do it justice by what I want it to look like in my head.
She ends up behind me while we're waiting for the door to open when I felt it. I was like, this is it.
It just needs to be told that, like, you can do anything. Just say yes to life, you know?
But even then, I was like, I shouldn't do it, right? Because what if it makes a sound? Everybody's gonna know it was me.
Just by hearing stories of it working with other people like Sam, Brad, or myself, that hopefully it gives you like reassurance that you can do it too.
Number 2, the power of the plane had been turned off, so the air wasn't circulating anymore. Yeah, so there were gonna be a lot of civilian casualties.
Well, I think if anybody like feels like they're stuck and like wants to get out and do something like different, like know that it will be scary, but that makes it all, like, it just makes it that much better.
And I said, you know what? I'll know if I made the right decision or not as soon as I tell someone this story.
It's really scary for a little bit, and then you just kind of like get comfortable with the craziness, and that becomes the new normal. So, yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah, you couldn't hear it. Don't worry, you couldn't hear it. I only did that so chronologically everyone here and at home knows in the story when it happened.
If you're new here, please subscribe, and hey, thanks for coming. If you're not new here, hey, thanks for sticking around. I don't know what this will give you. It was like a story I just wanted to tell. More vlogs tomorrow. Beep, bop, beep, beep, boop. Can't believe I've almost done 30 of these. Like, my month's almost over. Life's meant to be experienced, and curiosity will get you there. See you tomorrow.
I don't know. Live life, enjoy it, have fun.
I just gotta take what you're telling me and turn a story into it.
Yeah, the
somehow.
only hard part is if you're in track and field, you run fast and turn left. Don't fold on Dave roll on the right, because you're never going to get anywhere.
Stay on that road.
Stay on that road.
Especially if you're in the race.
Certain situations, you got to stay on the paved path.